And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the University of South Carolina Aiken's J.H. Satcher Field for today's doubleheader between USC Aiken and the visiting East Stroudsburg Warriors, all the way up from Pennsylvania, coming down to the great state of South Carolina for this doubleheader non-conference matchup. Pacers have Caroline Cockrell getting the start here in game number one of the doubleheader. She will face off against the leadoff batter, Kaylee Hazuski, for East Stroudsburg. And I'm Marcus Johnson. Again, thank you for joining us on this Monday afternoon as the first pitch from Cockrell is in there for a call strike. We're underway. Give you the numbers on Cockrell. An excellent 1.07 ERA, 10-3 record in 15 appearances, 12 starts, 10 complete games, 4 shutouts, 85 complete innings pitched, 55 hits, 25 runs, 13 of those earned, 30 walks, 110 strikeouts. Opponents batting 184 on her, and 1 perfect game on the season. The leadoff batter, Kaylee Hazuski, the right fielder, batting .270 on the year. Still looking for her first RBI. However, she has an excellent on-base percentage of .341 as she fouls it off. Count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Warriors are sitting at 4-8 overall, and they have played every game on the road. As we all know, being in the state of Pennsylvania, it is kind of cold up there. Not the ideal softball weather. Pacers coming in at 15-7 overall, including a mark of 13-1 at home as the count is evened up at 2-2. USC Aiken drop their first conference matchups of the season against Flagler in their doubleheader, so they are 0-2 in Peach Belt play, but it's an early start to the conference season. A swing and a miss. Cockrell gets Hazuski for the first out. That'll bring up the center fielder, Marissa Govan. Goes after the first pitch and skies it out into right field. Courtney Strauss is there to make the catch for the first out. Well, 1 pitch, 1 out is always good in any pitcher's book. And now we'll see the catcher, number 00, Caitlin Kaleen, come up to the plate. Kaleen working with a .280 average. Has a single round tripper and 5 RBIs this year. She digs in with nobody on and 2 out. And the pitch on the outside corner, and that will make the count 1-1. Rest of the Pacer defense is as follows. Catching behind the plate for Caroline Cockrell is Caitlin Powell. Over at first base, Jessica Smith. The second baseman, Katie Painter. At short is K.B. Moore. And sitting over at third base to round out the infield is Brianna Dow. In the outfield, Shaq Bosket is in left, Deja Robinson is in center, and Courtney Strauss patrols right field. Now, the count's all evened up at 2-2 at the plate. Kaylin looking to get a 2-out rally going here in the top of the first. She fouls off an upper inside pitch, keeps the count frozen where it is, and spoils one. Again, the 2-2 is fouled off one more time. Upstairs and away, 3 balls, 2 strikes, count is full. And another foul ball. Kayleen just able to catch enough of that to stay alive. Inside, ball 4. Kayleen will draw a 2-out walk. And that will bring up the designated player, Catherine Donahue. Donahue, the top hitter for this Warrior squad, batting .467 on the year, has 1 home run and 8 RBIs. And her 8 RBIs are good for second on the team. The 1-0 pitch is fouled off, and that'll even the count up at 1-1. That one fouled off again. And the count now 1-2. Fouled off, and we'll do it over. Popped up behind the plate. Powell might have a play on it. She does. She makes the catch, and that will close out the top of the first inning. 1 runner left aboard with no hits and a walk. We're moving on to the bottom of the first. It is no score yet between the Warriors and the Pacers. And welcome back. Bottom of the first inning about to get underway with the Pacers coming to bat. In the circle today for East Stroudsburg is Michaela Groh. Looking at her numbers on the season, she is 0-2 in her 2 starts and 2 appearances with a 5.88 ERA. 8 1/3 innings pitched, 13 hits, 9 runs, 7 of those were earned. 4 walks and 2 strikeouts. Opponents batting .333 on the righty. Leading off for USC Aiken is number 23, Katie Painter. Painter digging in with a .400 batting average, 8 RBIs, and an on-base percentage of .450. First pitch in there for a call strike to Painter. 0-1. And the rest of the Warrior defense over at, or actually catching behind the plate for Groh, is Kathleen Kaling. Over at first base, Rachel Sievert. The second baseman in today's game is Sophia Chechen. Over at shortstop, we have Lexi Wright. Third base is Denva Shaw-Tate. And into the outfield, Ashley Spencer in left, Marissa Govan in center field, and Kaylee Hazuski in right. And while I was giving you the defensive lineup for East Stroudsburg, Katie Painter managed to pull off a single to get things going for the Pacers here in the bottom of the first inning, and that will bring up Caitlin Powell who has had the hottest bat for the Pacers this season, working with a .493 batting average, 2 home runs, and 17 RBIs. Her 17 RBIs are second best on the team, and that .493 is the best that this squad has right now. Powell also slugging .701 and working with a 557 on base percentage. She is just putting up phenomenal numbers for the season. The 1-0 is crushed out into left field, but that's going to go foul for strike one. To add more to her numbers, Powell also tied for the team lead in stolen bases with 10, only getting caught once. Her teammate that's tied with her is currently sitting over at first base, and Katie Painter, who has the exact same line at 10 stolen bases on 11 attempts. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Caitlin Powell. And the pitch on its way. Powell thinks about laying off it, but ends up fouling it off to spoil it. Painter takes off, ball is in the dirt, and she will be safe at second. Now she takes sole possession of the lead in stolen bases with her 11th of the year. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Caitlin Powell at the plate. The count is all full. And a slow chopper to second. They'll have 1 play, that's to first. Painter advances to third on the play, so it's 1 out with a runner on third for Courtney Strauss. Strauss, batting .366 on the season, has 4 home runs and 13 RBIs. .378 on base percentage, a chance to add another RBI with a runner on third. She lets the first pitch go by for strike one. Lofted out into center field. Catch is made, runner tags, and coming home to score easily is Painter. It's a sacrifice fly for Courtney Strauss, and USC Aiken is taking a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. That'll bring up KB Moore, the shortstop. First pitch ends up making contact with Moore, so she'll take a free pass, and that could be for the best, as Moore is a dangerous hitter, to say the least. A .362 average, 3 home runs, 18 RBIs, and her 18 RBIs are a team best. Or now, yeah, they are a team best. I was about to say they might be tied, but Courtney Strauss is a few behind. And now Jessica Smith, another equally dangerous hitter, is stepping up to the plate with a .358 average. She has a team-best 5 home runs along with Shaq Bosket, her fellow teammate, and 16 RBIs. First pitch outside for ball 1. A runner on first base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. And she'll ground this one to short. A little flip to second, and that will be all they need. Pacers score 1, however, on the Courtney Strauss sacrifice fly, and we are moving to the top of the second. Pacers up 1-0. And so the top of the second inning getting underway. Leading it off for East Stroudsburg is the left fielder, Ashley Spencer. And she goes after the first pitch, grounds it up the middle. Painter backhands it, fires to first. The stretch from Smith is there for the out. You put that as a 4-3 in your books, and Denva Shaw Tate coming up to the plate now. First pitch missing for ball one. Stat line on Shaw Tate: 296 average, 1 homer, 3 RBIs, and the count moves to 2-0 as Cockrell misses with another. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Popped up behind the plate. That'll end up out of play in the parking lot. And I think it might have made contact with a car out there. Good a time as any to check your insurance with Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance for all of your life, home, business, and car insurance needs. Count on Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance. The 2-2 misses outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And if said insurance is up to date, you can count on Tyler's Tire and Auto Center to help you out with any repairs you need from any errant fly balls. Any errant foul balls, I should say, as this one is looped over the head of Smith at first. That'll be a base hit for Shaw Tate. And the Warriors have their first first hit of the afternoon. And now stepping up, Rachel Sievert, the first baseman for this East Stroudsburg lineup. First pitch in there for a call strike. Sievert working with a 250 average on the season. Pair of RBIs. And respectable 342 on base percentage. And she goes golfing for that one. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Pitch out and away. 1-2. Right down the middle for a call, strike 3. Cockrell gets Sievert down looking for this second out. And now we'll see Lexi Wright, the shortstop, dig in. Runner on first base, 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. First pitch fouled off again towards the parking lot. And no reactions this time, so I think all the cars are safe. For now, we still have a lot of softball to play. Right, one of the top hitters on this squad, 350 batting average, 7 RBIs, no RBIs, looking at the wrong column, but a 350 on-base percentage and a 350 slugging percentage isn't too bad. No balls and 2 strikes to Wright as Cockrell deals. Outside, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Wright goes down on strikes for the third and final out. Another runner left, stranded. Bottom of the second coming up. Pacers up 1-0. And USC Aiken is coming to bat. And into the bottom of the second inning we go. Pacers up to bat with Emily Ayers, the designated player, leading things off for USC Aiken. Scores 1-0 after 1.5 innings of play. First pitch to Ayers, she swings and misses, strike one. Ayers batting just a hair under 300 with a 297 average, although she has knocked in 11 runs to date. And has an on-base percentage of .303. She grounds this one to short. Long throw is in time for the first out. That will bring up Brianna Dow, who has seemingly come out of nowhere to become a deadly threat for this USC Aiken lineup. A .455 batting average and 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. First pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0. To go along with that, she is slugging an incredible 1.091 slugging percentage and has an on-base percentage of .455 as well. Pitch on the outside corner for a call strike, 1-1. And with numbers like that, it's a little wonder why she's gotten the start at third base in today's game. And she goes after that one, lofts it out into center field. Catch is made by Govan for the second out. That brings up the power hitter, Shaq Bosket. Bosket a .327 average, but 5 home runs on the year with 11 RBIs. Slugging .636 and working with a .393 on-base percentage. Nobody on and 2 outs as Bosket goes after the first pitch. Off the glove at first. Little flip from the second baseman gets it there in time. Good teamwork there by the Warrior infield to get Bosket, and it's a 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom of the second. Top of the third coming up. Pacers still leading 1-0. Well, we're about ready to get the top of the third inning underway of USC Aiken softball, presented by the South Carolina Education Lottery. When you play the South Carolina Education Lottery, you're not only taking a chance, you are giving a chance. Leading things off is the second baseman, Sophia Echechin, as she sends that one out foul territory out of play. No balls and a strike to the Warriors' second baseman. That pitch misses low and inside, 1-1. Count 1-2 at the plate. Chopped foul and towards the Warrior dugout. Count stays frozen at 1-2. Fouled off, and it looked like it went off a foot, so the count stays frozen at 1-2. Good battle at the plate. And another foul ball. Good at bat here. Low and inside, 2-2. Chopped foul. The count now will stay at 2-2. Fouled off out of play. Tough at bat here. Up and away, and the count is full. And another foul ball keeps this at bat alive. Ground ball to third. Dow picks it up and fires it across the diamond to Smith in time for the first out. Well, Cockrell was able to win the battle in this case. And that will bring up the top of the order with Kaylee Hazuski. Fouled off, strike one. Swing and a miss, tied her up with an inside pitch. And Hazuski went around 0-2. In there for a called strike three. After a long at bat, Cockrell manages to work a 1-2-3 pitch count to Kaylee Hazuski for the second out. Now Marissa Govin will come up. Flew out her first time up. Pitch is in there for a call strike, 0-1. Popped up right around home plate. And Dow calls off Cockrell to make the catch for the third and final out. A 1-2-3 inning. We're going to the bottom of the third. The Pacers still up 1-0. And we're off to the bottom of the third inning. Pacers leading the Warriors 1-0 in game one of this doubleheader. And I'm Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us for Monday softball. And here at USC Aiken, it is spring break, which is why it was so easy to get a parking spot right by the campus. Deja Robinson leads things off for the Pacers here in the bottom half of the third. She takes the first pitch in there for a strike. Robinson, batting .353 on the season, has 4 home runs and 9 RBIs, and she also has an impressive slugging percentage as she skies this one to the left side and will be caught at short for the first out. That'll bring up Katie Painter. Painter singled to start off the game, stole a base. And a call of time here. It looks like the outfield gate blew open. And they send out number 9, Sarah Sams, to go and manage the field maintenance. Now we're ready to go. Painter goes after the first pitch, pops it up, foul territory. And that one is caught on the run by the left fielder, Ashley Spencer, for the second out. Well, Caitlin Powell coming to the plate now. Powell 0 for 1 as she grounded out to second her first time up. Nobody on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. First pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Pitch is outside corner for a call strike, 1-1. Low and inside, 2 balls, 1 strike to the Pacer catcher. Hard shot to third. Nice grab out there. The throw to first is in time, as Shaw Tate may have stolen away a base hit from Caitlin Powell. The Pacers go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the third. We're off to the fourth. It is still a 1-0 ball game with USC Aiken leading East Stroudsburg. And the top of the fourth inning about to get underway. And a good, solid pitching performance from both squads, as each team has only given up 1 hit. And the Pacers have managed the only run out of any hits, as Caroline Cockrell deals to the leadoff batter, Caitlin Kaline, who walked her first time up. The 0-1 pitch on its way. As a slow ground ball to short, KB Moore has it, and she gets it over to first for the first out. That'll bring up the designated player, Catherine Donahue. Donahue popped out to the catcher. That catcher being Caitlin Powell in her first at-bat. Goes after the first pitch and lines it foul off of the Pacer dugout and out of play. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Tries to pull an off-speed pitch of Iyer, but it just misses upstairs. 1-2 the count. Popped up first base side. Smith's giving it a look, and it's going to drop in between her and Katie Painter and Courtney Strauss, who made an effort on it. Awkward angle for all three of those players coming in. So the count stays at 1-2 strikes. Donahue digging in again. Fouled right behind the plate, and Caitlin Powell able to get the mask off in time and reach out to make the catch for the second out. That'll bring up the left fielder, Ashley Spencer. Spencer grounded out to second her first time up back in the second inning. She's 0 for 1 today, and the first pitch to her is in there for a call strike, and Spencer takes a quick glance back. She didn't seem to agree with the call. The 0-1. In there for a call strike, 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Upstairs, grounded to short. Moore scoops it up, fires to first, and a nice job by Jessica Smith to get it on a hop for the third and final out. Another 1-2-3 inning for Cockrell and the Pacers. We're off to the bottom of the fourth. It is still a 1-0 ball game with USC Aiken on top. And Courtney Strauss will get things started in the bottom of the fourth inning for the Pacers. A sacrifice fly in her first plate appearance to drive in Katie Painter for the only run of the day so far. And now Strauss digs in, ready for the first pitch. Goes after the first pitch, grounds it back to the circle, backhanded and knocked down. The throw to first is not in time. You can go ahead and score that an infield single for Courtney Strauss to start things off here in the fourth. KB Moore coming to the plate now. She was hit by a pitch her first time up. And Moore lays off of a pitch, but it was in there for a call strike, 0-1. The 0-1 as Strauss takes off. Throw down to second is not in time. Stolen base for Courtney Strauss. And gives the Pacers a runner in scoring position with nobody out and an even 1-1 count at the plate to the Pacers shortstop. Swing and a miss. Moore put a little extra behind that swing, but came up empty, 1-2. And another swing and a miss. Moore down on strikes for the first out. And so Jessica Smith will come up to the plate. Runner on second with one out for Smith. Smith grounded into a fielder's choice to close out the first inning, her first time up. First pitch on its way, and that's in there for a called strike, 0-1. Low and inside, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch also misses low. 2 balls and a strike to the Pacer first baseman. Pitch is outside and away, 3-1 now. Good hitters count for Smith. As Smith skies that one out into left field. Spencer is there, and she makes the catch for the second out. So the designated player, Emily Ayers, will come up to bat. Runner still on second base now with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. Ayers grounded out her first time up. First pitch up and away for a ball, 1-0. Grounded fair down the third base side and into the corner. Strauss rounds third. She will come home to score. The throw into second is off the mark. It is an RBI double for Emily Ayers, and the Pacers extend their lead. They now lead it 2-0. Now Brianna Dow will come up. Runner still on second. Now a 2-0 lead. Dow 0 for 1 today, and she takes the first pitch for strike 1. Fouled off, 0-2. The 0-2 is low and inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Pacer third baseman. Chopper up the middle. This is going to be a tough play, and it's going to be a base hit for Dow. Coming home and sliding in safe is Ayers. Beats out the throw by a little bit, but it was enough to score, and it's an RBI single for Brianna Dow as the Pacers lead it 3-0. Now Shaq Bosket will come up to the plate now. Runner on first, 2 outs, and a 3-0 ball game. Bosket grounded out her first time up. Pitch is up and away for ball 1. Pitch is low and inside, 2-0. Up and away, 3 balls and no strikes. See if they give Bosket the green light here to go, or if she holds off. Swing and a miss. They gave her the green light, and they count 3-1. Give her the green light again. She sends it out to center field, and it's off the wall. Hustling in for second is Bosket. Coming home to score is Dow, and she makes it home without a throw. It's an RBI double for Shaq Bosket, and the Pacer lead is now 4-0. Well, the Pacer offense has come alive here in the 4th inning as Deja Robinson comes to the plate with a runner on second and still 2 outs. Pacers leading 4-0 now. Robinson popped out to short her first time up. Pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. Upstairs, 2-0. Ground ball to short. Mishandled, and everybody will be safe. And Katie Painter will come up to bat. We'll see what the official scoring is in just a moment. And it looks like they're going to score that one a hit. First pitch into Katie Painter is called a strike. Painter grounds this one to short. The throw to first is in time to put an end to it, but the Pacers add 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th to take a 4-0 lead. We're off to the 5th with East Stroudsburg coming to bat. And so we move to the top of the 5th inning. USC Aiken now up 4-0 as Denva Shaw Tate leads it off. She goes after the first pitch, lines it to center field, and Deja Robinson will have to take that on a hop. It is a leadoff single for Shaw Tate, her second hit of the afternoon. Rachel Sievert will come up to bat now. She is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Pitch is on the outside corner for a call strike. The 0-1 fouled off, 0-2. Fouled off again. And we'll stay at the 0-2 count. Popped up. Shallow center field. This is going to be a tough play, but coming in to make the catch is Deja Robinson as she steps on second base. That's how far she had to come in to make the catch. But either way, it's 1 out. And Lexi Wright will come up to bat with a runner on first and 1 out. Hard shot up the middle, past the diving Moore for a base hit. Robinson fires it on in, looking for a play at second, but nothing there. Base hit for Lexi Wright, who's now 1 for 2 on the afternoon. So now 2 are on and 1's out as Sophia Chechen comes up to bat. Chechen grounded out her first time up. Pitch is low and inside for a ball, 1-0. Ground ball right back to Cockrell. She takes her time and throws it to first for the second out. Kaylee Hazuski will come up now. Runners on second and third with 2 outs. Pitch in there for a call strike. Looking for a squeeze here, as Hazuski is 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. The 0-1, again showing squeeze, offers at it in the count, 0-2. Misses outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Cockrell gets out of the jam with no damage. We're going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Pacers still up 4-0. the bottom of the fifth inning, just about ready to get underway. Caitlin Powell will lead it off for the Pacers. She's 0 for 2 today. However, her and her squad have a 4-0 lead. As the first pitch to Powell falls just a bit low for ball one. Outside, 2-0. Misses low, 3-0 to the Pacer catcher. Right down the middle for a call strike, and it's 3-1. Powell rips that one foul down the third base side, and the count full. Powell puts it up the middle, and that's going to be enough for a base hit for Caitlin Powell. Now Powell leads things off with an infield single. And that will bring up Courtney Strauss. Strauss, a productive day today so far. A sacrifice fly, a single, a stolen base, and a run scored. First pitch in there for a call strike. Joe's bunt lays it down perfectly. The throw to first is just barely in time. Headed to third is Powell, and she will make it in there in time. So a sacrifice bunt and then some as Strauss does her job. Caitlin Powell advances to third on the play. And now we'll see KB Moore come up to the plate. Moore 0 for 1 was hit by a pitch and struck out today. Runner on third with one out. Chance to add to the Pacer lead. And she goes after the first pitch low and away for strike one. The 0-1 is chop foul. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Moore goes after one in the dirt. They'll throw down to first to get her. And Moore down on strikes for the second out. And so Jessica Smith will dig in. Runner still on third base now. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Off-speed pitch freezes Smith. And she lets it go by for strike one. Pitch is in the lower half of the zone. 0-2. Chopper, third base side. Throw to first is in time for the third and final out. Pacers leave a runner stranded, but we're going to the top of the sixth, and USC Aiken is still holding a 4-0 lead. And we move on to the top of the sixth inning of USC Aiken softball, presented by Aiken Flooring. You can stand on us. And Aiken Fish House and Oyster Bar. Every dish is served with a side of Southern hospitality. Stop on in and tell them Pacer Sports sent you. First pitch is lined into center field by the leadoff batter, Marissa Govan. And she will take a single to improve to 1-3 on the day. And Caitlin Kaleen will come up to bat now. Kaleen 0 for 1 with a walk, also grounded out in her last at bat. And it looks as though Govan is going to have a pinch runner come in for her. And this pinch runner is Rachel Arner. Number 9, Rachel Arner. So runner on first base, nobody out, and Kaleen at the plate. Check swing, fouled off, strike one. The 0-1 is low and inside, 1-1. Fly ball out into right field. It's hooking foul, and it's going to land in foul territory for strike two. Popped up again, right field, and Courtney Strauss is there to make the catch for the first out. Catherine Donahue on the plate. She has popped out behind the plate in both of her at-bats, and she swings and misses at the first pitch for strike one. Up and away, and it's called a strike. 0-2. Almost looked like a pitch out as Powell sprang up and was ready to fire to a bag. But the runner didn't go, and the call went to the Pacers' advantage. 0-2 as the pitch is on its way, and that one is also up and away. This time it's called a ball. 1-2. Fouled off, so we'll do it over. In there for a call, strike three. And Donahue down looking for the third and final out. And she's saying she's claiming it hit her, it looks like. So 2 outs. As Ashley Spencer comes up to bat. First pitch to Spencer, misses for ball one. Outside, 2-0. Fly ball out into right center. Strauss drifts over and makes the catch for the third and final out. We're off to the bottom of the sixth inning. The Pacers still lead it 4-0. And now the bottom of the sixth inning underway. Emily Ayers leads it off for the Pacers. Pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Ayers is 1 for 2 today with an RBI double and a run scored. Pitch misses low, 2-0. Misses again, and the count moves to 3 balls and no strikes to the Pacer designated player. Down the middle for a call, strike 3-1. A little soft looper to second. Took an odd spin, but the throw to first is in time for the first out. And so Brianna Dow coming to the plate. First pitch to Dow was in there for a call strike. Dow was also 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a run scored. Misses inside, 1-1. Off speed pitch falls into the strike zone. And the count 1-2. Fly ball out into center field. And the catch is made by Govan for the second out. And now Shaq Bosket to the plate. 1 for 2 with an RBI double today. First pitch missing for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. Outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Lower inside corner for another call strike, 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch is fouled off, so we'll do it over. Popped up. First base side, and the catch is made by Sievert for the third and final out. A 1-2-3 inning. We're off to the top of the seventh where the Pacers have a chance to close this one out with a 4-0 lead. And the top of the seventh inning getting underway. Pacers up 4-0 over East Stroudsburg. Leading it off, Denva Shaw-Tate. And the first pitch is on the outside corner for a call strike. Shaw-Tate, productive day at the plate, 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. The 0-1. A fly ball out to center field. Robinson's giving this one chase. She's going to watch it go over her head and gone. A solo home run for Shaw-Tate, and East Stroudsburg is finally on the board here in the top of the seventh. And that'll bring up Rachel Sievert. Nobody on, nobody out, and a 4-1 ball game. Sievert is 0 for 2 today. First pitch is in there for a call strike, 0-1. Pitch misses, 1-1. Ripped out into left field, and a diving catch is made. Shaq Bosket coming up with a big defensive play to get the first out. And the umpires are going to convene here to see if she caught the ball. It was certainly in her glove when she was going to the ground. However, the question becomes, did she drop it when her ball hit the ground? And the confirmation is made. It is an out. Put it in your scorebooks as an L7. Line out to the left. And there's one away here in the top of the seventh inning. And so Lexi Wright, the shortstop, will come up to the plate as the umpires give head coach Jamie Wolbach the explanation. Lexi Wright is 1 for 2 today with a single. Nobody on, 1 out, top of the 7th inning. Pitch low and inside for a ball, 1-0. Low and away, 2-0. Looper to short. Moore has it on a hop and fires to first to get the out. And with 2 outs, Sophia Chechen comes up to the plate, 0 for 2 today. Last chance for the Warriors here in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Misses outside, 2-0. Popped up, shallow right field. Strauss makes the call and makes the catch for the 3rd and final out, and that will do it. The Pacers take Game 1 of the doubleheader 4-1 on 4 runs and 7 hits to East Stroudsburg 1 run and 5 hits. Game 1 is in the books. Game 2 will be underway in about 25-30 minutes as the field team heads out there to spruce things up a bit, repaint the lines, and get everything ready to go for the second game. Be sure to stick around. We'll be right back in just a little bit. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 of the Monday doubleheader between USC Aiken and East Stroudsburg about to get underway. Pacers took Game 1 by a score of 4-1. By a good outing from Caroline Cockrell and some stellar offense in the fourth inning for the Pacers. In the circle today, for game number 2 for USC Aiken, we have Tracy Truesdale getting the start. Truesdale with a 3.61 ERA, a 3-3 record in her 7 appearances and 6 starts. She has 4 complete games and 2 shutouts. 33 innings pitched, 39 hits, 21 runs, 17 of those earned, 16 walks to 24 strikeouts, and opponents with a .295 batting average against the Pacer righty. Leading things off is the same leadoff hitter from Game 1, Kaylee Hazuski. She went 0 for 3, and she puts it foul for strike 1 to start things off. Hazuski 0 for 3 in Game 1 with 3 strikeouts. Looking to change her fortunes in Game number 2. The Pacer defense is pretty similar to Game 1, just a couple of changes, and I'll go ahead and tell you those in just a moment as another bunt attempt is fouled off, strike 2. Catching for this game is Emily Ayers, as Caitlin Powell is the new designated player. Over at first base is Jessica Smith. At second base, Katie Painter. Shortstop, KB Moore. And third base is Brianna Dow. So the rest of the infield is the same as the pitch comes in. In there for a call, strike 3. Thought it was high, but it gets enough of the corner for the first out. Marissa Govan will come up to the plate now. Govan went 1 for 3 in Game 1. In the outfield for USC Aiken on the defense, Shaq Bosket is in left, Deja Robinson in center, and the right fielder, Courtney Strauss. The outfield also the same. Pitch in there for a call, strike, 0-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2, 0-2. And another swing and a miss. Down on 3 pitches goes Govan. And that will bring up the catcher, Caitlin Kaleen. Kaleen went 0 for 2 in Game 1, managed to walk in her first plate appearance, though. And there's 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the first for her as that pitch misses up and away for ball 1. And as always, I'm Marcus Johnson. Thanking you for joining us on this now Monday evening for some USC Aiken softball action. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Pitch is low for a ball. 2 balls and a strike the count to Kaleen. Well, I heard the throw it in the dirt cheer. However, it was coming from the Warrior dugout, and that is upsetting. Ground ball to third. Dow gets it over to first for the third and final out. We're off to the bottom of the first inning. The Pacers coming to bat, and there is no score yet here in game number 2. And we're back with the bottom of the first inning about to get underway. Katie Painter will lead it off for the Pacers, and as we closed out the top of the first, I heard the throw it in the dirt cheer coming from the Warrior dugout, and that is a cheer I hold near and dear, as a few years ago, the Pacers appropriated it from some of their opponents, and it turned into a kind of a war cry up in the press box. We enjoyed that chant very much, and so it's nice to hear it again, albeit from the other side. First pitch to Katie Painter is in there for a call strike as she faces off against Leanne Jenkins, who's getting the start here in game number 2. Jenkins with a 5.65 ERA in 5 appearances. This is her first start as this one is grounded to third. The throw to first is in time. Painter down for the first out. And again, Jenkins making her first start of the season. 8 2/3 innings pitched, 12 hits, 10 runs, 7 of those earned, 8 walks, 5 strikeouts, and opponents with a .343 batting average. Now, it goes down a little bit as Painter grounds out to start things off, but Caitlin Powell will come up to the plate now. The DP in the second game. 1 for 3 in game number 1 as she singled in her final at-bat of the game. First pitch is in there for a call strike to Powell. Pitch inside for a ball. And the count evens up at 1-1. Upstairs, 2-1. Powell sends that one foul down the first base side. Evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Inside corner call strike 3. Powell down looking for the second out. And the shortstop, KB Moore, coming to the plate. Moore had a tough outing in game number 1 as she went 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Was hit by a pitch, though, so she did get on base. 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch is fouled off and out of play for strike 1. Misses way upstairs, 1-1. Check swing. They'll say she went around, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes to KB Moore. Moore gets fooled by an off-speed pitch, goes around, and goes down on strikes for the third and final out. 1-2-3 inning for both sides in the first inning. We're going to the second. No score yet between either squad. And now we will move on quickly to the top of the second inning. Catherine Donahue, the designated player for East Stroudsburg, will lead it off. Donahue 0 for 3 in game 1, looking to reverse her fortunes in game number 2 as well. First pitch from Truesdale on its way. That is outside for a ball. 1-0. Misses outside, 2-0. Good pitch right down the middle from Truesdale. 2 balls and a strike to Donahue. Swing and a miss. Got her to chase one low and away, and the count evened up at 2-2. Reaches out and taps that one to the right side. Strauss might have a play at first, and her throw is way off the mark. Probably go ahead and call that a hit regardless. Well, Strauss almost had a good play there at first base. So Donahue aboard. That will bring up Denva Shaw-Tate. In there for a call strike. Shaw-Tate getting the start at third base in today's game. And the official scorers do put it down as a base hit for Donahue. There's your first hit of the game for either squad. Pitch is outside for a ball. Now an even count of 1-1 at the plate. And that one fouled off towards the parking lot. And it just misses the cars. So no need to call on your Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance agent. But if you do, you can count on them for all of your life, home, car, and business insurance needs when the time comes. Reaches out and fouls that one off as well, 1-2. Upper inside corner for a call strike. Shaw-Tate down, looking for the first out. Rachel Sievert, the first baseman, will now dig in with a runner on first and 1 out. Pitch on the outside corner for a call strike, 0-1. Right back to the circle. Truesdale fires to first for 1. The throw to second is not in time. Good effort, though, from Smith to Moore. However, they get 1 runner, and it is 2 outs with a runner on second for the shortstop, Lexi Wright. So Donahue moves to second on the play. Runner in scoring position for East Stroudsburg as they look to take their first lead of the series. Wright went 1 for 3 in the first game, picking up a single in her second at-bat. First pitch in there for a call strike, 0-1. Hit the other way and past a diving Painter and a diving Strauss. That'll go to the wall. 1 run will score. It is an RBI double for Lexi Wright, and East Stroudsburg has taken the lead here in the top of the second. It is 1-0. Molly Nyes will now come up to the plate. Runner on second base with 2 outs. Nyes getting the start at second base. Did not play in the first game. And she goes after the first pitch, puts that into the gap in left center field. That'll go to the wall, and that will score another run. And it's back-to-back RBI doubles for the Warriors. They have a 2-0 lead here in the second inning. Rachel Arner will come up to the plate now. Arner, starting out in left field in the second game, also did not play in game number 1. Runner still on second base. And the pitch is in there for a call strike. 0-1. Fouled off. 0-2. Reaches out and just catches a piece of that one, but it's in the glove of Ayers for the third and final out. Couple runs score, though, on back-to-back RBI doubles as East Stroudsburg leads USC Aiken 2-0 here in game number 2 with the Pacers coming to bat. Well, the Pacers find themselves in a little bit of a hole here as the bottom of the second inning gets underway. Jessica Smith leads it off for the Pacers as they trail 2-0 and are still looking for their first hit. And Smith goes after the first pitch for strike 1. Off-speed pitch, just missing. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, low and inside, 2-1. Popped up, foul territory, first base side, and that'll be out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Smith. Again, popped up first base side. Again, foul territory. This one stays in play, but Rachel Sievert couldn't come up with it, so we will do it over. Off-speed pitch, and Smith goes around. Strike 3. She's down on strikes for the first out. That'll bring up Courtney Strauss. Nobody on and 1 out as Strauss pops the first pitch out of play foul. Strauss went 1 for 1 yesterday, hitting a sac fly, earlier in game 1, hitting a sacrifice fly, which drove in a run, a sacrifice bunt, and also a single with a run scored. Pitch is upstairs, 1-1. Low and inside, 2 balls and a strike to the Pacer right fielder. And Strauss pops that one up behind the plate, and that'll be caught just a little bit down the first base line in foul territory for the second out. And now Shaq Bosket will come up to bat. Bosket swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. 1 for 3 in game 1 with an RBI double. And she goes after the second pitch, misses. 0-2. Upstairs and well outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just misses inside, and everybody was thinking that was strike 3. The umpire calls it off, and the count's even at 2-2. And Bosket swings and misses at the third and final strike. She goes down, and the Pacers go down in order. 1, 2, 3. We're off to the top of the third. It is 2-0 East Stroudsburg, as they are coming to bat. And quickly we move to the top of the third inning. Leading it off is the leadoff batter, Kaylee Hazuski, as she lays down a bunt, and it's in the right spot. Nobody can cover first base as Smith just picks up the ball and eats it. Leading things off with a single is Hazuski here in the third inning. That'll bring up Marissa Govan. Govan 0 for 1 with a strikeout in her first at bat. Runner on first base with nobody out. First pitch outside, throw down to second is in time. Emily Ayers guns another one down as KB Moore applies the tag, and it's one away here in the third inning. The 1-0 hits the outside edge of the strike zone, and the count even at 1-1. A swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Grounder to short. Moore has it. Fires to first, and she gets it there with plenty of time for the second out. Caitlin Kaling will come up to bat now. The Warrior catcher 0 for 1 today. She grounded out to third in her first at-bat. First pitch is grounded. Fair down the third base side or foul down the third base side. They'll throw to first. And I think they're going to call her out. They're going to say that ball stayed fair, didn't go off of her. And so it is a 2-3 in your scorebooks as we have a 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the third inning pending this meeting between umpires. And it looks like it's going to stand, so we'll be back with the bottom of the third in just a moment. And we go to the bottom of the third inning of USC Aiken softball, presented by Tyler's Tire and Auto Center, proud sponsors of USC Aiken softball and USC Aiken athletics, and Aiken Fish House and Oyster Bar, Southern seafood served up with Southern hospitality. Stop on in and tell them Pacer Sports sent you. And I'm Marcus Johnson, thanking you again for joining us on your Monday evening as the Pacers and the Warriors do battle here in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Brianna Dow grounds one out into right field. That's going to be a base hit for Brianna Dow, and the Pacers have their first base runner and first hit of the evening. So Dow sits over at first base. Emily Ayers, the catcher, will dig in. And she rips one down the third base side, but foul. The 0-1 is on the outside corner. 0-2. Inside, throw down to second as the runner goes is not in time. Go ahead and give a stolen base to Brianna Dow as Emily Ayers goes down on strikes for the first out. Now we'll see Deja Robinson dig in. Robinson went 1 for 2 in game 1. Runner on second as a swing and a miss from Robinson means strike 1 and a 0-1 count. And now Katie Painter's going to run out from the on-deck circle and have a chat with Robinson. I think she might see something. And Robinson pops a bunt in foul territory. That one is caught for the second out. Well, that will bring up the leadoff batter, Katie Painter, who grounded out to third in her first at-bat, 0 for 1 today. Runner on second base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. Pitch on its way. Painter tries to hold back her swing but can't as she chases one outside for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch is upstairs, 1-1. Shot through the opposite side. That's going to be a base hit for Katie Painter. Dow thinks about coming home, draws the throw, but holds her position at third. Oh, a single for Painter. Keeps the inning alive and puts runners on the corners for Caitlin Powell. Powell, 0 for 1, struck out looking in her first at-bat. And again, runners on the corners with 2 out here in the bottom of the third inning. First pitch upstairs, ball 1. Good part of the lineup for the Pacers here to try to do some damage even with 2 outs. With Powell, Moore, and Smith due up. Well, Powell up, and Moore and Smith are due up. And Powell puts one the opposite side. That's going to score a run. Bobbling the ball out there is going to allow Katie Painter to advance to third. She thinks about home, but will stay put. It's an RBI single for Caitlin Powell, and the Pacers are on the board. It's 2-1. And first pitch to Moore is in there for a strike. 0-1. Moore struck out in her first at-bat. The 0-1. Popped up, foul territory, third base side, and caught for the third and final out. But the Pacers do add a run on the RBI single by Caitlin Powell. It is now 2-1 as East Stroudsburg's due up to come to bat in the top of the fourth inning. And we'll move right along to the top of the fourth inning. Catherine Donahue, the designated player, will come up to bat to lead things off. She singled and scored her first time up, 1-for-1 today, as Truesdale deals her first pitch of the inning. And that is in there for a call strike, 0-1. Lee Stroudsburg leading the Pacers 2-1 in the second game of the doubleheader after the Pacers took game one by a score of 4-1. And a swing and a miss makes the count 0-2. Oh-2 on its way. And that one is lofted out into the gap in right center. That's going to go to the wall. Donahue heading for second, and she will slide in there with a leadoff double here in the fourth inning. Well, Denver Shaw-Tate will come up to bat. Struck out looking in her first at bat. Runner on second with nobody out in the top of the fourth inning. Pitch is on the outside corner for a call strike, 0-1. And the Warrior third baseman did not agree with that call. She shook her head, stepping out of the box. The 0-1. Hot shot down the third base side, but foul at the last second for strike two. The 0-2 is a soft ground ball to short. Moore can't come up with it. It rolls out into center field. Throw down to third is in time. Deja Robinson with a laser down to the bag. And that takes out the lead runner. Moore was unable to come up with a routine ground ball, but it benefits in the long run as Deja Robinson fires down Donahue for the first out. Pitch upstairs for ball one to Rachel Sievert. So we're going to go ahead and score that. A single on the previous play for Shaw-Tate, with Donahue getting thrown out trying to advance as an 8-5. So a 1-1 count to Rachel Sievert, who's 0-for-1 today, as that pitch is in there for a call strike, and the count 1-2. Pitch low and away for a ball, 2-2. Inside, full count. Sent on out into right center field and deep. That's going to be off the wall. Strauss picks it up and fires it in quickly. That'll save a run from scoring. It's a double, though, for Sievert, and the Warriors have runners on second and third with only one out. Well, that makes that play by Robinson even that much more vital, as it's definitely saved a run. And now Lexi Wright will come up to bat. She has an RBI double and a run scored in the game today. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner coming in now for Shaw-Tate over at third. Pinch runner is going to be Gianna Coyle. Or correction, it's not for Chautain. It's going to be a pinch runner for Sieverd, and that will be Coyle. So Lexi Wright digs in again, an RBI double and a run scored, 1 for 1 today. Runners on second and third, 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Truesdale trying to keep this one close at 2-1. We'll see what the game plan is. Dow playing close in at third base. Painter also playing a short infield. A bit of a delay here as the umpire is entering in the substitutions into his scorecard. Now we're ready to go again. Truesdale deals, and that pitch is inside for a ball. 1-0. The 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Upper inside corner for a call strike, and the count moves to 2-1. And the pitch to right, turned on and launched, but foul and out of play. The count all evened up at 2-2. 2 on and 1 out, top of the 4th inning. In there for a call strike 3. Huge strikeout for Tracy Truesdale as she gets Lexi Wright looking for the second out. And now Molly Nyes, the second baseman, will dig in. Runners still on second and third. 2 outs now in the top of the 4th. Infield still playing in. Right to second, and Painter can't come up with it. That rolls out into right field. 2 runs will score. It is an RBI single for Molly Nyes as the Warriors extend their lead. It is now 4-1 here in the 4th. That one's a ground ball to short. Moore has it, fires to first to get Rachel Arner for the third and final out. But 2 runs have scored here in the top of the 4th inning. We're off to the bottom of the 4th. The Pacers coming to bat trailing 4-1. And so the bottom of the fourth inning gets underway. Jessica Smith will lead it off, and she swings and misses at the first pitch for strike one. Smith is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout as the Pacers trail 4-1. And Smith skies that one up in the air, foul territory, third base side. And that's going to be dropped in foul territory. And it will just be a strike. So an 0-2 count to Smith. Jenkins deals, and that pitch is low for a ball, 1-2. And Smith cranks that one out to deep left field. That one is gone. A solo home run for Jessica Smith, and the Pacers are right back in it. It's 4-2 here in the bottom of the fourth. That'll bring up Courtney Strauss now. Nobody on, nobody out. Strauss is 0 for 1 today. Swing and a miss from Strauss on a pitch way up and out. Strike one. Swing and a miss again. Strauss chasing 0-2. And Strauss with a soft ground ball to first. Taking it herself is Seared for the first out. And now we'll see Shaq Bosket come up to the plate. Bosket 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Nobody on and 1 out now in the bottom of the fourth inning. Swing and a miss on the first pitch, strike one. The 0-1 pitch is up and away, 1-1. Off-speed pitch falls into the strike zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bosket. Off-speeder again. This time Bosket fouls it off, spoiling things and keeping the count frozen at 1-2. Another pitch low and inside, and the count evens up at 2-2. Swing and a miss. Bosket just missed that one. She goes down on strikes for the second out. So Brianna Dow will come up to the plate now. Nobody on and 2 outs. Dow singled, stole a base, and scored in her first at-bat. And Dow takes a mighty hack at one, just misses though. Strike one. Upstairs, Well, they call it a strike. That's going to draw a reaction from the bench, from the coaches, and from the stands, as that one looked pretty high with a count 0-2. First base coach Lindsey Jones having a few words to say with the umpire, with the home plate umpire on that one. Count 0-2 to Dow. And Dow grounds that one right back to the circle. Jenkins tosses it to the bag for the third and final out. But Jessica Smith hits a leadoff home run at the start of the inning to pull the Pacers back within 2. It's 4-2 as we move on to the 5th. And so we'll get right back to it. Another round of USC Aiken softball presented by Aiken Flooring. Aiken Flooring, you can stand on us and the South Carolina Education Lottery. When you play the South Carolina Education Lottery, you're not only taking a chance, you're giving a chance. Well, Pacers trailing 4-2 as we start off the top of the 5th. Leading it off for the Warriors is Kaylee Hazuski as she bunts one up in the air, foul territory, third base side, and that is caught for the first out. And that'll bring up Marissa Govan. Govan 0 for 2 today. And the first pitch is popped up shallow right field. Strauss is there, and she will make the catch for the second out. And now Caitlin Kaling will come up to bat. Quickly 2 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Kaling 0 for 2 as well. Grounded out in an odd way in her last at-bat where it went down the third base line. Everybody thought it was foul, but the umpires called it fair. And the first pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Ripped down the third base side and fair. That'll go to the corner. Bosca gives it chase. Kaling heading for a second. She will make it in there with a stand-up double here in the top of the 5th. So a 2-out stand-up double brings up Catherine Donahue, who has been deadly at the plate in this game. 2 for 2 with a single, a double, and a run scored. First pitch is in there for a call strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Ripped down the third base side. That one foul, however. The count 0-2. Just misses outside. Good looking pitch from Truesdale. Didn't get the call, however. And the 1-2 pitch. Again, outside, trying to get that outside corner. Just missing it by the smallest fraction of an inch. And the 2-2, we'll see if she goes to the same spot. No, she goes low and inside, and she gets her to chase. Donahue down on strikes for the third and final out. A runner is left stranded, and we're off to the bottom of the fifth. Pacers down by 2, but coming to bat. And we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. The Pacers down by 2, 4-2, as Emily Ayers leads things off for USC Aiken. First pitch off speed, in there for a strike. Ayers 0 for 1, struck out her first time up. Fouled off. And the count 1-1. Two-one count now at the plate to Ayers. Swing and a miss evens the count up at 2-2. Or correction, swing and a miss makes it a strike 3 call. Ayers down on strikes for the first out. So now Deja Robinson comes up to bat. Robinson is 0 for 1 today. First pitch is inside for a ball. 1-0. Robinson fouls that one off behind the plate. That'll end up out of play. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Deja Robinson. 1 out and nobody on. Off-speed pitch misses low. 2-1. Soft looper right back to the circle, and Jenkins makes the easy catch for the second out. Well, top of the order coming up, Katie Painter digging in. Painter is 1 for 2 today with a single in her last at bat. Pitch is upper and inside corner for a strike 0-1. In there for a call strike. 0-2. Up and away for a ball, and the count now 1-2. Swing and a miss. Painter chases one outside for strike 3. As it's a 1-2-3, bottom of the 5th. We're going to the top of the 6th. It is still 4-2 with East Stroudsburg leading USC Aiken. And so we move on to the top of the 6th inning. USC Aiken down 4-2 to the Warriors of East Stroudsburg. Leading it off for the Warriors is Denva Shaw-Tate. Shaw-Tate 1 for 2 today with a single and a run scored. First pitch fouled off for strike 1. Upstairs for a ball. 1-1. In there for a call strike, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Sent on out into right field. That'll be a base hit unless Strauss can get it in time. She could not. A leadoff single here for Shaw-Tate. Gets things going in the 6th. Rachel Sievert up to bat now. She's also 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored in her last at bat. And she pops that one up in the infield. Katie Painter is there, and she makes the catch for the first out. That will bring up Alexi Wright. Wright 1 for 2 today with a double, an RBI, and a run scored. She did strike out looking in her last bat, however, has a runner on first base now with 1 out. As Truesdale deals. That's up and away, ball 1. Outside corner for a call strike. And the 1-1. Off-speed pitch misses up and in. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one's in there for a strike. And the count's evened up at 2-2. Inside, full count. And the 3-2 pitch. Outside, ball 4. So the throw down to second doesn't matter. Umpire called her out because the tag was applied in time. But again, since it was ball 4, you can't really catch somebody stealing a base that they already have a claim to. The runner's on first and second with 1 out as Molly Nyes comes up to the plate. Nyes having a fantastic day offensively. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Nyes is 2 for 2 with an RBI double and an RBI single, which drove in 2. So she has 3 RBIs in total. And a chance to add on some now with a runner on second and a runner on first. The 0-1 misses low and away, and Ayers wasn't paying attention there. She had done a snap throw down to first. She might have gotten the runner, as Lexi Wright was almost halfway to second. The 1-1. Up the middle, and that'll get through for a base hit. Robinson picks it up, fires it in home. That's off the mark, however. And that will allow both runners to advance as a run scores on the RBI single from Molly Nyes, her 4th RBI today and 3rd hit. And it looks like we're going to have a substitution here for the Warriors as Rachel Arner was due to come up. She's heading back towards the dugout, and we might have a pinch hitter for her. And that is exactly what we're going to get. Coming in is number 22, Morgan Walsh. Runners on second and third for Walsh. Walsh coming in for her 4th game and her 3rd at-bat. She's 1 for 2 on the year. And she has an RBI on that 1 hit. Chance to add a few more here. First pitch is up and away for a ball, 1-0. Outside corner for a call strike, 1-1. In there for a call strike, and the count 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch, that misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, counts all evened up. Swing and a miss. Oh, no. Just catching a piece of it was Morgan Walsh. So she'll get another crack at this one with the count frozen at 2-2. Outside, and the count is full. Fouled off again, and we will do it over. Once again, the 3-2 pitch is cranked on out into left field. That one is gone. A 3-run home run for Morgan Walsh. And the score now 8-2, East Stroudsburg. The Pacers are going to make a pitching change here. New pitcher Rebecca Cook coming in for Tracy Truesdale. Cook making her 5th appearance on the season. Cook is 1-0 in her 4 appearances on the year with 1 game started, 1 complete game. 8 1/3 innings pitched, 8 hits, 7 runs, all 7 of those earned. 3 walks, 8 strikeouts, opponents batting .258 on her, and an ERA of 5.88. So Cook will come in with almost a clean slate as there's nobody on and 1 out. In top of the order, and Kaylee Hazuski will be her first opponent. Hazuski 1 for 3 today with a single. As Cook deals her first pitch, that one bunted straight back into the netting for strike 1. And the 0-1. Bunted down the third base side. Moore picks it up. She has no play. And that is going to be an infield single for Hazuski. And the inning will continue on. Well, Marissa Govan coming up to bat now. 0 for 3 on the day. Runner on first with 1 out. And the first pitch is fouled off, strike 1. Popped up, third base side, and KB Moore comes on and makes the catch in foul territory. Fires it on into second to hold the runner from trying to tag. Good play there by Moore to get the second out. Caitlin Kaleen will come up to the bat now. 2 outs and a runner on first. First pitch up and away, but it's called a strike. 0-1. The 0-1. Cranked on out into center field. Robinson giving this one chase at the wall. It's off the wall. Coming around third and scoring is Suzuki. It's a RBI double for Kaline, and it is now 9-2. East Stroudsburg over USC Aiken on the RBI double. Catherine Donahue coming up. And she goes after the first pitch, fouls it off. In play and off the netting, just out of the reach of Ayer's glove. The 0-1. Off-speed pitch finds the strike zone, 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch is way outside, 1-2. Swing and a miss, Cook down on strikes for the third and final out, but East Stroudsburg puts up 5 runs in the 6th inning to take a commanding 9-2 lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Well, Pacers are in quite a hole as we move on to the bottom of the 6th inning. A little defensive change here for East Stroudsburg as we have a new right fielder. Sydney Bonewit will come into the game, taking over in right field. Caitlin Powell leading off for the Pacers as they trail 9-2. First pitch is fouled off out of play for strike 1. Powell is 1 for 2 today with an RBI single in her last at bat. And the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike on Powell. Slowly up the middle and through for a base hit. Powell improves to 2 for 3 on the day with a single to get things going here in the 6th inning. And that will bring up KB Moore. Moore 0 for 2 today. And the first pitch, off-speed pitch that never came back down, missing upstairs for ball 1. High fly ball, foul territory, third base side, and that one will be caught. For the first out, they're going to see if they can grab Caitlin Powell as well as she started wandering off the bag, but she gets back in time. Now we'll have Jessica Smith come to the plate. Smith is 1 for 2 with a solo home run, her one hit on the afternoon. First pitch low, and that's going to give Caitlin Powell the green light to go to second, and she makes it in there in time. Stolen base for Caitlin Powell. And Smith pops that one up directly behind the plate, and it stays in play, allowing the catcher, Kayleen, to make the grab for the second out. And now Courtney Strauss will come up to the plate. Runner on second base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Strauss is 0 for 2 here in game 2. And Strauss pops that one up behind the plate. This one will just barely get over, but it falls into the bushes and will most likely remain there for the rest of time. Unless some brave soul wants to risk getting scratched and spiked by thorns. Yeah, somebody was thinking about it. Now they're backing off. 0-1 pitch is a swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. Strike 2 to Strauss. Lofted out into center field, and that one will be caught. Long run for Govan, but she makes the catch for the third and final out. The Pacers strand 1. We're moving on to the 7th. USC Aiken still down 9-2. Now the top of the 7th inning getting underway. Pacers down 9-2 to the East Stroudsburg Warriors, as we'll have Denva Shaw-Tate come up to lead things off against Rebecca Cook. First pitch from Cook is grounded foul for strike 1. The 0-1. Sent on out into left field, hooking foul, and unable to come up with the catch was Boskia. She made a great effort. Just off the end of her glove, though, strike 2. The 0-2 pitch. In there for a call, strike 3. And Shaw Tate down looking for the first out. Rachel Sievert coming up to bat now, 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. But instead of her, we'll have a substitution. Coming into pinch hit is Shannon Bonewit. So with the substitution, go ahead and look at her stats. This is only her 4th game playing and only the 2nd at-bat of the season for her. She's 0 for 1. As the pitch comes in, and that is outside for a ball, 1-0. Low and inside, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. In there for a call, strike 2-1. Sent on out into center field. And up against the wall is Deja Robinson making the catch for the second out. So 2 outs and nobody on will bring up another pinch hitter as Lexi Wright will have her at bat taken over by Michaela Porby. Porby 0 for 2 so far, only having 2 at-bats on the season. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. In there for a call, strike, 0-2. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Inside corner, call strike 3. Porby down looking for the 3rd and final out. Well, the Pacers need to mount one heck of a comeback as they trail 9-2 going into the bottom of the 7th inning. And their last ups are coming up. Well, we're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Pacers to mount a comeback as they trail 9-2. Leading things off for USC Aiken is Shaq Bosket. Bosket 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. Bunted down. The throw to first is not in time. Bosket able to beat out the throw. And that's a good way to start things off. Infield single for Shaq Bosket gives the Pacers a leadoff base runner with Brianna Dow coming to the plate. Dow 1 for 2 with a single, a stolen base, and a run scored. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Just misses low and inside, 1-1. Inside again, 2-1. Swing and a miss. Dow tied up on an inside pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Slow ground ball to short. They only have 1 play here. That's the first. The throw is in time. Throw down to third is not in time as Bosket takes advantage of a little bit of attention deficit and moves on to third base. Dow, however, is thrown out on a 6-3. And Emily Ayers will come up to the plate now. 1 out and runner on third. Pitch to Ayers, misses for a ball, 1-0. Ayers 0 for 2 today with a pair of strikeouts. And the count now 2-0 to Ayers. Inside corner for a call, strike 2-1. Ripped down the third base side and fair, all the way to the wall in left field. 1 run will score, as heading into second is Ayers. It's an RBI double, and the Pacers aren't quite done yet. And that will bring up Deja Robinson. Robinson is 0 for 2 today, and it looks like we might have a substitution here. Sarah Sams looks like is going to come in and pinch run for Ayers. So the substitution is made as Robinson digs in, again 0 for 2 today. Pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. That one fouled off. Count 0-2. Little looper to second. That one caught for the second out. The Pacers down to their final out as Katie Painter comes up to bat. Painter is 1 for 3 today. Runner on second with 2 outs. And again, the last chance for the Pacers as they trail now 9-3. First pitch inside for ball 1. Pitch in there for a call strike, 1-1. Ball in the dirt, 2-1. Outside corner for a call strike, 2-2. The Pacers are down to their final strike. Painter grounds that one slowly back to the circle. The throw to first is there for the third and final out, and that will do it. The Pacers drop game 2 of the doubleheader to split with East Stroudsburg. Pacers are now 16-8 on the season, while East Stroudsburg overall is 5-9 on the year. Pacers have a bit of a break away from their home field as they hit the road for their next few contests before returning for a doubleheader against Georgia College on March 20th. That will be a doubleheader again, with Game 1 starting at 4 o'clock p.m. And then their next opponent will be Georgia Southwestern only 2 days later on March the 22nd. Another doubleheader with Game 1 starting at 1 o'clock p.m. But until then, I am Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us for today's games as the Pacers again split with East Stroudsburg. Score 4-1 in the first game, 9-3 in the second game. Until March the 20th, have a good one.